You. Caster, blow nearby Venice missile. Propulsion. Neutralization. Grant neutral. I'm a shoot for that then. I didn't realize that spell existed. Neutralizing magic, eh? That sounds like a brilliant idea.
Going.
There's way too much magic in the world of Thedas. I must completely nullify the magic effects so that I can go and do my own thing and not have to worry about being frozen by mystical mumbo jumbo. I'll be rude and open all of the doors that don't need to be opened. There we go. I'm so mean. There is indeed a blood mage, and this bothers me. Do not move. I refuse to let you move.
All right.
Come on, bear. How are you stuck on the door?
Make a preserver.
And there's nothing past the barricade. That would make you really want to do something about it. There's a cabinet in there. Ooh.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
There'd be a cabinet with the longsword. There'd be a chest with that nonsense. Magister's shield. Oh, great. On the very day that the final stone was set into the place in the Grand Cathedral of Orlais, Archon Vespasian was assassinated. For 3 days, every Magister Lord of the Imperium lived behind a wall of armored guards. When a successful Darius was finally named Archon, the first enchanter of the Circle of Minrathos presented him with a gift, a silvery unadorned chain made from pure lyrium. Enchantments had been worked into the links of the chain, so that donning this necklace was like holding up a shield. Blows struck at the wearer and glanced harmlessly away. Unfortunately, Adarius found that the shield did not protect him against poison nearly so well. Game is saving itself. That means there be boss battles ahead. I open the door. I walk in.
I know not how you've survived thus far. Is it luck or providence? No matter. You will not survive this!
You say that. Okay. Alistair, rush over there. Let's fought for another. I don't see why this game is not allowing me to say this, but go. Rush. Rush, shitty rush. And you rush as well. I want y'all to get rid of this mage post-haste. And freeze him. And rush over.
Of course.
There we go. Bedroom key. Mark Captain. Basically, if you wanted to, you could be all, oh, I can't get in there. Come over here, get his key, then reopen that door over there. But that's only if you don't happen to have somebody that, you know, can unlock doors. "30 minutes in, I've already dealt with several side quests." Okay, I'm going to quickly save this and not really do a mini ending for an episode here, but I'm going to save it so that I can keep going if it decides to crash on me. So I do not want to deal with that Blood Mage house again. There we go.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt.
And after much sweat, blood and toil.
I could care less.
They shall be named
Enchanter's board has nothing.
Mythica, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond. I was getting to that.
Wade's Emporium. What do we got in here? Drake scale. Wade might have had enough time. Missing an action. Those request. Next owner. Election of duty. Okay.
I'm
Gonna
off.
go in here. Say hi to Wade. Be all like, "You got my stuff?" And then he'd be all like, "Yeah, I got
We're
this stuff."
closed. Oh, it's you.
The Drake scale armor is done. And it's, well, decent. Few things I'm rather proud of. And it didn't take as long as I feared. Odd.
You'd better be very proud, Wade. We can't afford any more flights of fancy.
I feel good, actually. I wouldn't mind working on Lord such-and-such's armor today.
We'll see how long this lasts. Here's your armor. Now please leave.
Here it is.
Welcome. Oh, it's you. Please leave.
And thus, I can no longer get anything from this,
Going.
apparently. That being said, I do want to see if Liliana... That's Kalen's helm. Kalen's not seduce sense. Okay, so leather, armor. Of course I'm not gonna get spear, drake skin. Wage drake skin armor. Wage drake skin, wage spear, drake skin. Uses hostility. Beard, dexterity. Yeah, no. But the gloves might be good. Rapid aim, armor penetration. No! No, everything I've got here is much better. Alistair. Okay, so I can give this to somebody else then. Essentially.
Good to see you back.
You need more help?
I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened, The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it. Captain said Denham won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
Onwards to the inside of the Nod Noble Tavern. Random person just kind of standing there. Mage's Collective liaison.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
I don't want to deal with this, actually. Sure. Tell me
The
more.
collective is a self-policing guild of mages who simply want to be left alone. We mean no offense to the Chantry, but we would rather live on our own terms. Next to me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet.
I'll take a look at these
Thank you, my
requests.
friend. We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Mages Collective. Where's this? There's this nonsense blag. Crap. 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 Crimson Ores. Metals request. Mages Collective. 10 Lyrium potions to Might Commander Harith. The 4 helms of accused blood major Denham. Another 10 Lyrium potion. Lyrium potions. They're selling in a forest.
A little something extra. For friendship.
Okay. Mages Collective. Despite the Loyalists' grasp on the Mages' political community, many libertarians and equitarians begin to see eye to eye with respect to the changes role in a mage's daily life. A growing number of mages, particularly those whose magic never strays from the Maker's mandate, feel that the Chantry's constant oversight is a burden upon their creativity and their very will, and one that hinders their ability to do their work. These mages, along with a number of hedge wizards who work their arts outside of the Chantry's influence, have formed a shadow guild of sorts, a Mages Collective, wherein members can submit requests and have them seen to without judgment. This collective manages to work in relative secrecy, their members discreet and their clients anonymous. As of yet, this collective has seen no sanction from the Templars, and there has been no sign that its members are practicing magic of which the Maker would not approve. Still, practicing magic outside of the influence of the Chantry is a dream for some, and a dangerous notion for others, and many believe that it is only a matter of time before the veil of secrecy is lifted, and the Mages Collective is brought to swift and brutal justice. Okay, have you seen me? And 10 iron potions. Justice must be served. Gift $10. And Commander Harris. Oh, blood of warning thing might be interesting. Must be blood of warning. Blood of warning. So that's 2. Ways Emporium. Aldana's house. Chantry. Open market. Noble Tavern. Okay. So we shall do what we shall do. Okay, I see where I need to go on. Over the river and through the woods to Grandmama's house we go.
Yes.
No!
Don't stare at me, Cho.
All right.
I can have my father send you south to fight Darkspawn, you know.
Noldar Anthology of Dwarven Poetry. The undead exhumed, born from shallowest graves, mined from the living by the Paragon Car 744 Storm. Do you like fried mush and nug? I do not like them, Mr. Klug. I do not like fresh fried mush and nug. Would you eat them on a rug? If you eat, you'll get a hug. I would not eat them on a rug for you. I would not want from you. I would not want a hug. Then would you drink them from a jug? Come on, give them a chug. I would not drink them from a jug. I'd rather eat a slimy slug. Would you eat them with a bug? Would you share them with a thug? I would not share them with a thug. I would not eat them with a bug. Not for a hug, not on a rug, from a jug. I will not chug. Come on, now, Mr. Lug. Are you on some kind of drug? Eat them in this hole I dug. Eat them, don't just shrug. I've had it, Mr. Klug. Down into the hole you dug, down with the thug, and the slug, and the bug. By Paragon. Seuss 212 Glory. Never surrender, dwarf's blood may be lukewarm, but vital as ore. Paragon. Bar. Car 748 Storm. There once was a miner of lyrium. His face looked like a perennium. The dead got him too. Not much he could do. With a face like that, he was a shoo-in. By the wordsmith Carlol of House Yonak, 911 Dragon. Oh my, that was weird. Apparently there is a paragon, not just a...
Hear about this son of Merrick, some bastard from Regnick,
not simply a... You know. Wonders of Thetis shop. Rando warehouse. I don't remember what it's actually supposed to do. So I'm not going to warehouse.
Keep going.
Not to Jen and TV's house either.
I'm off.
To this rando spot. This makes more sense to me. Anyway, Paragon Seuss, or Dr. Seuss, essentially. Politics of Ferelden. That's just hilarious. I don't really want to read any more codex, honestly. But I have made a commitment, so I shall continue. To our neighbors, Ferelden seems utterly chaotic. Unlike other monarchies, power does not descend from our throne. Rather, it rises from the support of the freeholders. Each freehold chooses the ban or Arl to whom it pays allegiance. Typically, this choice is based on proximity of the freehold to the lord's castle, as it's worthless to pay for the upkeep of soldiers who will arrive at your land too late to defend it. For the most part, each generation of freeholders casts a lot with the same ban as their fathers did, but things can and do change. No formal oaths are sworn, and it is not heard of, especially in the prickly central Benorn, for bans to court freeholders away from their neighbors, a practice which inevitably begets feuds that last for ages. Terrans arose from amongst the bands, war leaders who in antiquity had grown powerful enough to move other bands to swear fealty to them. There were many Terrans in the days before King Callan had, but he succeeded in whittling them down to only two, Gweren in the south, however, in the north. These Terns still hold the oaths of Pans and Arls, who they may call upon in the event of war or disaster, and similarly, the Terns still hold responsibility for defending those sworn to them. The Arls were established by the Terns, given command of strategic fortresses that could not be overseen by the Terns themselves. Unlike the Terns, the Arls have no bands sworn to them, and are simply somewhat more prestigious bands. The king is in essence the most powerful of the Terns. Although Denerim was originally the Terner of the king, it has since been reduced to an Arling, as the king's domain is now all of Ferelden. But even the king's power must come from the bands. Nowhere is this more evident than during the Landsmeet, an annual council for which all the nobles of Ferelden gather, held for almost 3,000 years except odd interruptions during blights and invasions. The sight of a king asking for and working to win the support of lesser men is a source of constant wonder to foreign ambassadors. From Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar.
You're being very foolish. Why would Loghain leave half our own army to die when a blight threatens? I take him at his word. The battle could not be won.
Navarra. The fourth time I attempted to cross the border into Navarra from Arlay and was turned back by chevaliers. I decided to take the more roundabout path. A ship back to Ferelden and then another to Navarra. The outcome was more than worth the trouble. The whole country is filled with artistry, from the statues of heroes that litter the streets, and even the meanest villages, to the glittering golden College of Magi in Cumberland. Perhaps nowhere is more astonishing than the vast necropolis outside Navarra city. Unlike most other followers of Andraste, the Navarrans do not burn their dead. Instead, they carefully preserve the bodies and seal them in elaborate tombs. Some of the wealthiest Navarrans begin construction of their own tombs while quite young, and these become incredible palaces, complete with gardens, bathhouses, and ballrooms, utterly silent, kept only for the dead. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. All this culture and history.
Even you must admit there's a suspicious rash of mortality among the advisors to the crown. Bryce, Urian, Eamon. Eamon?
What are you looking at? We're the Crimson Oars.
There have been complaints about you.
We have good coin, and we're breaking none of your laws. I spit on your complaints.
You see, this is why we called the guard. Causing a ruckus, they are.
And you drink here. The docks has much better bars.
We happen to like the ale better here, the wine too. Less vomit on the floor. So long as we're paying, they're serving. Ha ha!
Wouldn't you prefer a bar with more friendly ones?
Ha ha! You may have a point. Bar woman, you and your women are too old and shriveled. Too many damn clothes, right boys? Ha ha ha! Oars, we go to the docks. Let's find us some wenches!
And thus that's been handled, taken care of. I don't have to deal with them anymore. And I can go to this box. Accept. Can do this.
Your efforts are greatly appreciated.
What's this codex? Oh yeah, that's the, basically, yeah, sorry, your husband died letter that I don't feel the need to actually.
You'll have to excuse me. You'll have to excuse me. I'm engaged at present.
The occupation left empty castles in its wake. Whole families were butchered in the initial invasion, and all those who couldn't or wouldn't bend knee to the Emperor's puppet king were declared traitors and hunted. Many bloodlines ended on Chevalier's blades at dusty crossroads, in forest clearings, or in freeholds. And then there were the turncoats. To curry favor with their new masters, some nobles took up arms against their brothers. They betrayed and murdered the rebel queen, an act that created even more vacant titles and lands once King Merrick exacted justice. That Ferelden did not fall apart after the Orlesians left is a testament to the strength of King Merrick. The old families still held grudges against those who had sided with the Emperor, and those new families that had been granted titles were viewed as interlopers. The Landsmeets that followed Merrick's coronation were tense, to say the least. From Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. That actually legit makes sense when put that way.
Allow me. I could do that for you. What do you suppose Eamon is playing at? Surely, he doesn't expect us to believe Enora unfit to rule, with her father to advise her.
I will never get you. I'm off. You are able to move.
It took me years and years to learn, and even then I am not the best at it.
So you didn't sneak around when spying?
We all had different ways of doing things. Some preferred not to be seen at all, to cloak themselves in shadow and darkness. I realized that it is not such a bad thing to be seen, as long as you do not stand out and are quickly forgotten. I specialized in blending in, not drawing attention and looking like I had every right to be there. It is invisibility, but of another kind.
Ah, yes, but I heard you often seduced your targets. They'd remember you.
Not if they died.
Oh.
Dying while in the company of a lovely seductress. Tell me that isn't a good death.
I don't know if I should take you seriously. But you scare me sometimes.
And thus we open the journal. And return to that doobly-doo. Great. I've got stinking. That's another Darren's alienage. Pretty sure I did scraping the barrel already. Remaining conscripts. Yeah, the only one I can do left to do is that. Okay. Using ores, just turn that into Kylon. Oh, right. There's a reason why I opened it up. I almost forgot to read the Codex thing. Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 3. Calenhad's legend tells that Lady Shayna harbored a love for her king that went beyond friendship. A love that she had kept secret out of her sense of duty and honor. When offered a love potion by a witch in disguise, a witch who would later turn out to be the vengeance-seeking sister of Arl Simeon, Lady Shayna gave in to temptation. She used the potion on Calenhad, but Queen Mirren discovered the two of them together that night, and broken-hearted fled Denerim to return to her father. She told Mirrodin everything, and he angrily threatened to revoke his support of Calenhad and begin anew the Civil War. It is said that Lady Shayna felt remorseful at her manipulation of her best friend's heart and confessed her use of forbidden magic to the court. Although her life was forfeit, Calenhad forgave Lady Shayna for what she had done and refused to have her executed. Mirrodin furiously roused the other Arls against Calenhad and Lady Shayna, and it was not long before Ferelden stood on the brink of civil war once again. Against Calenhad's orders, Lady Shayna went alone to Meryn to plead for peace and plead her case, only to be found out by Mirrodin and slain. Angered but also saddened, Calenhad challenged Mirrodin to an honor duel, a fight neither of them wanted but both knew was necessary, and Mirrodin was slain, the death of the king's greatest ally. An important Arl was too much for the young kingdom to bear. The other Arls would not back down on their claims against Calenhad. Threat of civil war rose once again. Calenhad went to his wife one last time then, although none know what he said to her, and then he simply vanished. He left with Mirren a proclamation abdicating his throne in favor of his son his queen carried in her belly, who eventually ascended to the throne as King Waylon the First, the king credited with establishing the Thering dynasty lasting to this day. Calenhad would never reappear. The legend of Calenhad himself only grew over time as stories and sightings multiplied even long after the point when Calenhad could possibly still be alive. Some say he disappeared into the Korcari wilds or went to live with the dwarves, or even became a monk in a reclusive Chantry order. Chantry named Calenhad one of the anointed in 788 Storm. Calenhad's sword, the Emedos, was left with Meryn and became a symbol of Ferelden kingship over the next century. Rumors of its magical powers grew, and when it was lost in the ambush that killed King Venedrin in 824 Blessed, it was seen as a great blow to the Theron line. Several false swords have appeared since that time, but never has the true sword resurfaced. From the Legend of Calenhad by Brother Heron, Chantry Scribe, 810 Blessed. Alright. And with that... What is that? Okay. And with that, I'm going to call the recording here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.